Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to analyze Ravel's piano suite Ma mère again, but this time the fourth movement, Les entretiens de la belle et la bête, literally conversations between Beauty and the Beast. Anyways, the fourth movement is definitely my favorite out of the entire suite because of the way Ravel uses the themes and combines them in different ways, and the harmonies he uses to make everything come together. It's in a quasi-sonata form, and Ravel structures it such that it narrates the story of Beauty and the Beast simultaneously. Ravel begins the piece with Belle's theme. Belle is the beauty in the story, of course, and we have a waltz-like melody in F Lydian. Interestingly, some people might even liken it to Satie's Gymnopédie No. 1. Ravel later orchestrates this melody using the clarinet, an instrument which can produce a very sweet singing tone, as if Belle were singing the melody herself. Pay particular attention to these 3 bars of the melody, which will return throughout the piece later on. Ravel continues the melody in quasi-pentatonic gestures and colourful harmony changes in the left hand. We can see here Ravel transforms the A minor 7 chord into a dominant 7 chord by sharpening the 3rd, which then resolves into D minor 7, and he transforms it too, then resolving into G minor 9. Here, the bass moves up a tritone, and we can analyze this chord as a French 6th chord, which resolves later on to C. The melody repeats itself in the next few bars, with the second phrase relatively higher, and Ravel uses his signature alternating minor 7 and 9 chords. The melody climaxes and dies down, modulating into C major, before we begin the next section. This section can be termed as the A section. Next, we have the Beast theme, with a chromatic melody in the bass, even leaping down a major 7th, a rather expressionist gesture. In the orchestral version, we have this played by the contrabassoon, an ugly rumbling beast, which contrasts perfectly the sweet tone of the clarinet. The accompaniment is largely whole tone derived, and is reminiscent of a movement in Debussy's Children's Corner, Jimbo Lullaby. Both suites were composed for children, and Ravel definitely found inspiration from his contemporary. The melody is repeated up a tone in its entirety, and the Beast's introduction is completed. We move into a rather developmental section of the work, where we have a sort of argument between Belle and the beast. Belle's theme is heard in an almost sarcastic rephrasing at the very top, while the beast replies somberly in the bass register. We have a sort of chromatic sigh in the accompaniment. Later, Belle's theme is morphed, but retains the rhythmic elements, and we have a quicker build-up of tension, as the argument gets more heated, phrases get shorter, and the register climbs upwards. We reach a climax and die down, hearing a repetition of a tiny cell in Belle's melody, which anticipates the recapitulation. We return to the A section with Belle's theme restated in its original form. The absolute genius is how Ravel manages to combine the absolute entirety of the beast theme in the bass to create a simultaneous dialogue between the two in perfect harmony and counterpoint, as if they were ballroom dancing. He rapidly shifts between augmented and diminished harmonies, creating an overall sense of tonal ambiguity. We get another built-in tension, similar to the previous one, leading up to a dramatic climax and a bar of silence. And then a lovely glissando into the beast theme at an extremely high register, representing the transformation of the beast into the charming prince. The two themes are again layered, with Belle's theme at the top register and the beast at the bottom. In the final bars, we have the outer layers outlining F major, with an inner climbing voice outlining F sharp dominant 7, and eventually resolving to F major as well. One of the few examples where Ravel explores bitonality in his pieces. In consideration of Ravel's obsession with classical structures and forms, we can liken the form of this piece into a rather loose sonata form. The exposition, with the introduction of both contrasting themes in sections A and B, a development section where Ravel transforms and combines both themes, and finally a recapitulation of both themes, where in the B section, the B's theme is now in the tonic key F major. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the analysis. If you have any feedback, just let me know down below in the comment section. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.